Hello, this is Daniel, and today I will be showing you how to program and operate the FC-1T-1VAC-1F. This is a control that can operate a variable speed fan and a heater. The basics is that when the temperature is at the set point, the fan is going to be idling and the heater is going to be off. As the temperature rises above the set point, the control is going to increase the speed of the fans. Once the temperature drops below the set point, the control is either going to shut off the fans if it's in shut-off mode, or it's going to operate the fans at idle speed if it's in idle mode, and it's going to switch on the heater. Now that I've got that through, I'm going to do a quick overview of the control here. So we can see on the front here, we have our idle speed knob, we've got our temperature set point knob, and we've got our selector switch. And then on the back, I've just got my line cord power wired in, but you would also want to wire up the rest for the heater and the fan. But our voltage selector switch, make sure that that is going to be switched to whatever voltage you're going to be powering it with. And then up the top here, I have a couple of pots, my differential pot, let's make sure you can see it here, differential and OSB pot, as well as my jumper for changing between Fahrenheit and Celsius. So that is a quick overview of the control. Let me get it powered up and then I'll start going through the programming. All right, so we can see here I have the control powered up. Let me bring it in here. So you can see it is showing the current temperature, 72 degrees, and the power failure alarm. So if we click our switch to the right, it will clear and acknowledge that alarm. Now, I will show you how to change the temperature set point. So this is going to be the same whether you're in idle mode or off setback mode. So we're just going to click the switch to the right and hold it, and then we can adjust with the knob here our set point, how we want to adjust it. So we can go all the way up to 98 or all the way down to 32. Let's just set our set point. Why don't we set our set point at 70? All right. So now that we've set our set point, we need to decide if we want to have the control in off setback or idle mode. Let's go through off setback first. In off setback mode, you can set your off setback, which is basically the number of degrees below your temperature set point at which your fan will turn off. So at the temperature set point and down however many degrees your off setback is set to, it'll be idling, and then below that offset, basically, then your fan is going to turn off. So to adjust that, we need to flip the switch to the left. If we do it once, we can see DI, so that's the differential. We don't want that. We'll flip it to the left again. Now we can see it's flashing between OS and 04. So right now our offset back is set to 4 degrees. So that means with a set point of 70 at 66 degrees, our fan is going to turn off. If we would want to change, we can go This second or top pot is the OSB, off setback. So we can adjust this, if we adjust it counterclockwise here a little bit, now we can see we've adjusted our offset back all the way down to 0. If we adjust it up a little bit, we're still at 0. Let's go up a little bit more. We're up to 3. And then as I adjust it further clockwise, I will just show you here. So as I adjust it clockwise, you can see it's going up. So now we're flashing between offset back 7 all the way up to 16. And I just went a little bit too far there. It went into the idle mode. So right now, offset back 16, that's the maximum. So we could have it all the way, let's see what the math is, 16, 60. So at 54 degrees, we could be idling between 54 and 70, but below 54, the fan would be off. So I feel like 5 degrees is probably a more accurate desire. Let's set our offset back to 5 degrees. Oops, sorry, hitting the camera there. All right. Then, how's about I adjust the differential? So the differential, this is going to be the same whether you're in offset back or idle mode. So again, hitting to the left. Okay, so there I can see I'm in degrees Fahrenheit. Oops. And then basically I cycle through. So here we've got our idle speed. And then now we're to differential. So the differential is the number of degrees above the temperature set point at which our fan is going to hit 100% speed. So right now our temperature set point is at 70. So at 75 degrees we're hitting 100% speed. And that differential is this second pot here. So again, if we go counterclockwise, we can put our differential all the way down to 1. Or if we turn it clockwise, we can put our differential all the way up to 21 actually. So it could be all the way up to 91 degrees that it takes before a fan hits 100. Let's just adjust that down. And let's go maybe 7 degrees. By the time we hit 77, we want to be going 100%. So to set the idle speed, pretty simple. To the left, now we're changing offset back. To the left, tells us what temperature units we're using. To the left, ID, so that's idle. Right now we're at 0 because our knob is all the way down. So then as I move this up, you can see adjusting the idle speed all the way up to 99%. So I'm going to set our idle speed to maybe 30%. You want to make sure that whatever you set your idle speed to, that your fan will actually spin at that speed. Because sometimes the very low end, your fan actually won't start spinning there. But here we've got an idle of 30. So with that idle of 30, how this control will operate right now, our set point is 70. We've got a 5 degree offset back. So between below 65 degrees, our fan is off. 65 to 70, we're idling at 30%, and then 70 to 77 degrees, we're ramping up from that 30% to 100%. All right, now that I've got that sorted, the final thing is to show you how to change the control into idle mode. So as of right now, we've just been in offset back. If we don't want our fan to turn off, then we need it in idle mode. And how you get there, we will just need to flip the switch to the left here. Degrees Fahrenheit, idle speed setting, differential setting, and then off setback setting. So currently our off setback is set to 5 degrees. If we just take that OSB, so it's going to be that top pot, and we turn it all the way clockwise. Just turn it all the way clockwise. Then you can see we see the little 1.5 on there rather than the full 16. I'll just go back and show you. So as our OSB, it goes OSB setting, it counts up to 16, and then it goes from the OS to the little I and the 5, which means that we are in the idle mode. And simple as that to change it to the idle mode. One final thing to mention is there is the heater interlock. Now the heater interlock, that will enable 2 degrees below your temperature set point. It doesn't matter if you are in idle mode or off setback mode, your heater is going to turn on 2 degrees below your set point if you are using it. So just keep that in mind when you are setting this up. That'll do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.